Hi, welcome to week 4 of the Strengths Masterclass. You're in the middle of a masterclass series on how to unearth and lean into your strengths for career fulfillment. And so my name is Danielle Droich, and I inspire and empower people to help achieve their dreams. I do that by helping people unearth their strengths, get clear on their next steps, and then create a plan to get there. Today, we are going to take the information about your strengths. So by now, you have some indication of what your strengths are and to figure out how to put them to work so that you can achieve your career goals, or you could have a more energy at work, or you feel less drained. There's many different things you can do with strengths. So putting them to work is the whole point of the effort. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to take the data from your strengths and put them to work. So the first thing is just to double check that you've taken the time to understand what your strengths are. As a reminder, strengths are defined by activities. They're not these big buzzwords like communication and being strategic. You would know the very specific activities where you're strong. And you know that by how you feel energized, or if it feels instinctive and feels natural to you. So you have taken the time to write that out, and you have data. And one thing that I'd like you to pick around at is to understand how those might be divided into some categories. So you might have a set of strengths around information and strategic thinking, sort of how you gather, organize, analyze, and assemble information. And often those are sort of our thinking strengths. So that's one category. Another category are strengths around your relationship skills, either in one-to-one setting, big groups, how you work with people, how you inspire them. So think about that being another category. A third category is around how you take action. We call those executing strengths. So we have people that are just really good doers, but they do in a certain way. So think about how are you good at taking action. And then the fourth is really around how you influence other people. Often it's you in relation to a team, or you in relation to being a manager, or like how you interact with people and how you spur action, and in what way do you spur that action. So think about those as categories of strengths, and then make sure you write them down. Once you have those, then what you'd be doing is asking yourself a few questions. One, how much are you actually exercising these strengths in the workplace today? You can actually even assign a percentage to that. You say, how often am I really using these? Another question you want to ask is, what potential is there for me to do more of these strengths? So you might have a list of 10 or 15 different strength statements. I am strong when, I am strong when. And then you would look at those, and maybe in some cases you've been able to exercise them pretty well, and in other cases you feel like it's very rare. So once you have the information about how much you are actually exercising your strengths, then you can sort of ask yourself the question, what could I do to be able to use and apply my strengths more in my workday? And there's two ways you could be looking at it. One would be what ability do you have within your flexibility of your job to do that? Often many people have the ability to do a little bit more of certain activities, and they don't have to ask their boss. And then there may be times when you would like to exercise it, but it would require a shift in your role. It may not be a big shift. It could be adding on a special project, or taking on some extra responsibilities. So ask yourself, how much can I expand it, and how much could I work with my colleagues in order to expand those strengths. And then you will have the very beginnings of creating something called the Strong Week Plan. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and follow me, and please comment so that you can continue to watch on, because there's a couple more videos and we're going to start to put this all together so you can create your strong week plan and think about how to channel your strengths to build your career. So that's coming up next. Have a good one. Take care.